Hello, Summoners, and welcome to another episode of Phaeology, the study of Fire Emblem heroes. My name is Joel, and I've got Jackal here. We're going to look at some Hall of Forms units. Now, a lot of this is a surprise to Jackal. I've talked a little bit about it to him, but I'm curious what he thinks as we go on. But essentially, we've asked the Discord to submit all of their desired builds for the upcoming Hall of Forms.
But I'm begging you.
So we have max merges of 1 for 5-star units. If it's in the 3-star pool, they can go ham. Only skills that are available through the current Hall of Forms, and a unit can only include 3 mythic supports. Jackal, how you feeling about this?
I feel really good about this. I'm really excited. I've only purchased one Forms unit. That was my Ilyana. Whoa, I said that name all weird and wrong and bad. So that was my first and only Forma. I still have a Forma Soul, I think. I'm really excited to see some of the builds here. They are a mystery to me currently. I have stayed out of the chat where they're at. I'm excited. Ready.
All right. Well, I mean, let's jump in then. Let's see our first unit, which we have... Oh, sorry. Our 4 units. I forgot the order. These are our units for this time. So, I mean, these are a lot of older units. Like, this is... Normally we get one that kind of pops out. These are projects of love. I'll put it that way. Are there any here that you're after, just that pop out at you right now?
No. I know that Noe's wand is pretty cool. I don't particularly want it. I don't really remember Cordelia, to be honest. Tharja is kind of forgettable for me. Inigo is my one and only Green Tome Dancer, so he's got either experience or valor. If there was one to target for me, it would be Inigo.
Really? All right.
Yeah, I mean, only because he could be useful in other situations, but for the most part, he is not good. He doesn't have good stats. He could be good in certain situations, I guess. All right, I guess I shouldn't say he's the one I'm looking for, because Tharja and Cordelia are going to be much better units, but he's the only one that I have and I'm experienced with. So I'll say that.
You're in luck, because he's first up.
All righty.
Now, I want you to look at these Gen 1 stats over here, and if you remember for healers, they were bad.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a fan favorite. A lot of people played with him in Awakening, love him. I have no particular attachment to him. I do think the art's cool. Like, I enjoy that, but he has no stat that jumps out at you.
No.
I will say, at the time he was introduced, he was my Brave Lyn and Reinhardt counter. Like, I ran Triangle Adept Raven Tome on him.
No way.
And he helped me in Arena so much.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
So do you have him at +10 or what?
I have him at +2. I got 1 at the very beginning, and then he's just pity broken me at random times throughout the game.
Nice.
But I definitely don't have him at +10. I have no desire to get him at +10.
Yeah. I mean, why would you? I will say that the idea behind Dancer's Ring or just healing after combat, I think is really, really fascinating, and I really wish that there was a better implementation of it. But
because your dancer's never going to be attacking anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so ridiculous. If the weapon had like built-in wind sweep, then it would be fine. But you still don't really even want your dancer that close, and you want them to dance people. You don't want them attacking people. So it's sort of a weird setup. So
let's move on and look at the builds that we have here. These are our builders have spent a lot of time on these, trying to make this unit good. Yeah. I mean, right off the bat, I absolutely love the, what have we got? The 61 defense Milla-proof Inigo.
Wow.
That is so much defense. And I mean, it's 20 flowers. Like, there is not a world where I'm putting 20 flowers on an Inigo. But,
Yeah.
I mean, without the flowers, he's what, 4 short? So that's still 57 defense, which is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
All he needed was 3 defense mythics to get there.
Right. Man. All right.
How do you feel about this? If we're going from right to left just because we're being contrary today. How do you feel about this offensive Inigo here?
Well, it is pretty funny. I mean, do you have like effective stats?
I didn't do effective stats on these guys, and this unit doesn't really have, like, it's really just made to survive combat. I mean, I called this an offensive beast, but I meant on an offense team. So I guess this could, like, I don't know. There's not enough units there to soak chills. So I guess you're just planning on soaking blows. Like, if at the very end, if you're trying to get pots, they can run into Inigo and Inigo won't die, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a good build. What does Amity Blooms do again?
Amity Blooms has a debuff to attack and defense and heals, I believe, at 7 HP per combat.
That's really the only thing that I thought was missing here. So I mean, the only other thing I would say is maybe like a soul or something for a little bit more healing. But
while I agree with you, if you're getting this off of a Forma, I would definitely go Ruptured Sky.
Right. Yeah,
over
yeah.
Soul,
You're totally right.
But eventually, yeah, I'm with you 100%. Like, inherit Soul as soon as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, I might even go with Aether, just because it would save 20,000 feathers.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about for the Forma.
Forma.
I agree with that. I mean, you're not dealing damage with Ruptured Sky, so like there's no reason to really do that one. I agree with Aether. Yeah, it's a good build, I think, overall.
Oh, I didn't notice. Oh my god, they used florets on this poor guy.
Wow, that is kind of hard to see in this graphic with both of them being blue.
It is. That is.
Kind of wish they would make them like green and red.
They went crazy with the florets.
Yeah, on all of them except the very last one.
Yeah,
wow.
And they even took the time to actually turn the stars blue there.
I saw that. Yeah, somebody did a nice job.
We've got Speed Inigo then, which, I mean,
Speedigo.
Speedigo. It's getting. Oh, I'm sorry. I said attack and defense on Amity Blooms. It's attack and res. But I guess that's a little bit of attack you're pumping out. But it's amazing that you're investing that hard into a unit, and you're getting, what is it, 59 plus a buff would be 65. Plus 5 more from attack speed unity, 69. Oh, I see what they did there.
It took a little bit to get there. It's sort of the ulterior flex meme, having 69 speed. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that's funny, I'm imagining the team that this is on. So you've got Byleth, Azura, and this isn't a dance Inigo. It's a rally up speed Inigo.
That's interesting. It's really hard for me to like this build because I just don't see the point. I mean, there's no world in which I'm attacking with Inigo. So
Inigo's tough, and I think that's going to make this next one even tougher. Traveling to the Dark Blessed attack Inigo.
Yeah, well, see, the good thing about this Inigo is that it's just a flex meme. So I kind of like that. I think it's really funny. This is the unit that you would have on that team where you have like all level 1 Azamas and then this guy. Right?
I mean, that would be funny. Just to make it a little more cancerous, I think it would be funny if it was all Millas.
Yeah. All Millas, 1 +10 Edelgard, and this guy.
Let's go ahead and look at who actually did these. Summoners.
All right.
I almost got kicked out of the server again because Moon was so angry with me that I wouldn't let her merge past +1 for an arena unit.
Wow.
So she was very, very angry. There were some choice words. So yeah.
Wow. Well, Moon, them's the rules, and the breaks. That's as harsh as I can be with Moon on this video. But well, mostly I just don't want to get kicked out of the server again. I really like Ding Dong Bronzong's builds. They're always weird, but they've won a couple of times the dating game.
I think he does a great job.
Moon, I don't quite understand all this stuff, aside from just being an arena unit. It's a weird build, but I think it's good. The Millaproof build is, I mean, of course it's FJ. I mean, and I mean, so what would the Millaproof build be for, Joel?
On defense, so that you can't isolate the unit with Milla. And the low attack means it's really hard to bait the unit.
So that they can just always be able to dance.
That's correct.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, so I left Conquest for last because, of course, Conquest is my favorite build here. Not surprising in the least, but yeah, I think these are all pretty good. What are we doing next? Am I supposed to pick one?
Yes.
Yeah, so if I was to pick one, I would probably go with the Offensive Beast build by Conquest, but I would change out Ruptured Sky for Aether.
I've got to go with FJ's here. I really enjoyed this. This just made me laugh that you could take that unit and give it 61 defense, even though it took 3 defense mythics with a defense bonus and a floret.
That is pretty funny.
But let's go ahead and move us on to the next one here. We have Bridal Tharja, and just for you, I have included the Refine here. So that you didn't have to go run over and grab it on Game Press. I mean, the stat spread isn't bad. I mean, that's not great attack, but at least it's decent speed.
Yeah.
That rally speed skill there, though, that makes the unit.
Of course it does. Speed Feint, incredible.
So, Moosebell Fire Posy? I don't know.
Are you sure?
I'm not. How do you say that?
Muspel Fire Posy.
Fire Posy? All right.
Yeah, it's like a Ring Around the Rosie. Pocket full of posies.
Oh.
Come on, Joel.
I can't believe I didn't get that.
How long has this unit been out?
A while.
Like 4 years, and you've never thought to ask, what is a posy?
So the interesting thing about this unit is that it's basically got a rain skill in the tome. And as an infantry unit, that's unique anyway. But we're granting attack and speed, which is nice, depending on allies, but and then inflicting speed res penalties on a unit. So if you're, I mean, as a support unit, this has some interesting applications.
Yeah. Just right off the top, this is fascinating with a save in the C slot.
Funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
We have 2 save support builds. Let's do the correct order and go from left to right. This is interesting to be able to use her as a carry. I mean, obviously she's not going to be able to take too many hits, but that's that's some decent damage that she's dealing back. And I mean, 52 speed is also pretty dang decent.
Yeah.
I mean, along with the rain skill, it's quite nice.
Oh yeah.
It would take some serious support though. Like I don't know if you're pairing her with both a near save unit and possibly a flame, but it would definitely take some stuff, because a nice swift kick from a legendary leaf just makes this unit cry.
Yeah, it does.
This is an interesting arena unit. I may have given away the builder just from the title that I gave the unit, because that person refused to give them a title after they heard the rules. But close reversal is kind of interesting, and I mean this unit could definitely do some damage in arena. The nice thing would be the support capabilities for whatever bonus unit you have. Any thoughts on this build?
I like this build. I haven't seen enough close reversal. That's
from your gatekeeper.
I remember where it came from.
Yeah, they're really trying to buff this unit up against melee attacks.
Yeah, I like this build a lot.
I really enjoy, and both these next two builds have this, the ruse skill, along with the support capabilities, I think is pretty dang fantastic. And we have the first one that is more distant guard based, and I mean, you've got to appreciate joint distant guard. And I don't remember who did this unit, but anytime I see joint distant guard, I immediately think Conquest.
Why is that, Joel?
He loves that skill. He says that skill should be on every unit, period.
I mean, joint distant guard is very good. I love the distant guard and close guard, or close defense. Close guard skills. I love those.
Oh, they're fantastic. If you were to pick one of these two builds, the support with the speed or the support with the distant guard, which would you go with?
I think I would probably go with the save ball support, because a lot of units that use speed have their own skills that support their speed. So typically, I don't think I use speed drives or speed assist skills very often. But it's always good to have more defensive stats. So I think I would go with guard. And actually, you've got rally attack speed in the assist. So, I mean, you've really got it all.
I think
with the save ball support.
I like the distant guard better. I will say, if you are a heavy Fjorm user, she really needs that extra speed, and the last one probably is the better unit. But my favorite
other
is
support unit.
The other support. My favorite is probably that save ball support. I'm a fan. I would be picking that as my favorite unit out of this group.
Yeah. So just to kind of tie things up, if I was to shoot for one of these units in the Hall of Forms, I would probably do either I Wish I Had Merges or the Save Ball support unit. The only thing I'm going to say to the builders real quick is that while I appreciate that you are giving plus 20 flowers to all of these units, that is so far beyond realistic. I don't think I have a single unit in my barracks with plus 20 flowers. It's so many. And
it's a lot.
Supporting a unit that much for a non-plus 10 just isn't realistic for me.
I was scared to make that rule, because I was already on the verge of getting kicked out of the Discord, and Moon really likes her merges and her flowers. So with that being said, I mean, this is
all right.
So I'm going with Ding Dong Bronzong's build, and you're in between Moon and Ding Dong Bronzong's. Although these are all really good builds.
I agree. I don't know that I could really pick, but if you force me, I think I would probably go Save Ball support. but Moon, I think that your build is also great. And to be honest with you, I wish you had more merges too. That dang old Joel always getting in the way.
Let's move on to the next unit before you try to kiss more butt there and get me in more trouble.
Well, I really just want to get you into more trouble.
All right. I mean, this is a fan favorite unit, but this is a tough stat line.
Yeah.
This is rough.
Yeah.
And she will never get a preference weapon. So I'm struggling with picking this unit right off the bat.
Yeah. Is this a Grail unit or a Tempest Trials unit?
This is a seasonal summer unit. So you would have to summon.
Ugh. And I guess I'm so used to seeing the good skills that we have now than seeing
I know.
Sturdy Blow and Dull whatever garbage is just a little weird.
So the person on the far left, this Elihu, they didn't include a title for theirs. So this was my title and it's not very good. But it's basically trying to play that Ellawood role with some additional distant counter involved on a defense. So, I mean, the hard part is what units are you going up against right now near save wise? Because that's really what you're talking about. And you've got Vector is common,
Yep.
Edelgard's common.
Yep.
This unit's just going to ping off of those units.
Yeah, I think this is fine, but it's kind of weird to me to do Vanguard and distant counter when you've got a unit that started out with 18 resistance.
Yeah.
At base. So I don't know. I think that's kind of strange. I think it's a nice build. 70 HP is a lot of HP. But yeah, I'm all right. I would not shoot for this one. I will say that.
Okay. I have to apologize for this next builder, or to this next builder rather. Their full title for regret is I didn't summon for Brave Erica and I am filled with regret. So I just easily the best title in this whole batch. And all I could fit on there was regret. I tried a million different ways to maybe I could just have a pop-up, but I figured I would just tell you.
B Erica wouldn't fit. B Erica regrets wouldn't fit. Maybe
it gets to be. There's already a lot of text on these slides. It gets to be a lot.
Yeah. I think that a trace skill is vital with this unit because she has so little defensive stats. So I like seeing that on all three of the rest of these. Rally Up Res is kind of odd to me.
Well, I'm assuming that this is the Forma version, and the actual version will switch out for Gale Force.
Sure.
And then
that's not an assist skill, Joel.
Well, Gale Force in the special, and then go for no assist. Or maybe the plan would be like a rally trap where they rally up front and then go down. So that really would be the Ellawood roll that I gave the other build that I probably shouldn't have.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why would you Forma for Ruptured Sky when you could just Forma for Gale Force? Because Gale Force is more common?
Gale Force is more common, but it still costs you 20,000 feathers. I guess it depends on your feather load. I mean, if you're like a jackal and you have hundreds of thousands of feathers.
No. Joel,
I think Ruptured Sky is fine.
like a jackal, a whale.
So, anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I like this build a lot, though. I think this is a lot of fun. Is it going to struggle against near save units? Yeah, it will. But I love the effort. Like, this is a really interesting build.
I think its curtains is interesting. I don't know how good it really is.
Well, it's cooldown reduction.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on Game Press. But that's it, right? Like, there's nothing else to it.
Yeah.
So I think there might be a better spear out there, but probably not really.
For me, I would go for this last one, this Ninja Yari Plus.
Okay, we're not there yet, Joel.
We'll
Hold
get
on.
to them.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
Well, yeah, I don't know that I really have anything else to say on Regret. I think the Trace, Smoke, and
Summoners.
Session.
Did you hear this? Like, I am trying to smoothly transition us to the next few units. Jackal stops me and then follows up with, I don't really have anything else to say.
I was wrapping up, Joel. All right, fine. Forget what I was about to say. Let's just transition to
All right.
Just Hit.
Both of these are hit and run units, but they're going about it differently. And I guess I say hit and run as they are part of a hit and run team. The last one is obviously Gale Force, trying to get off as many hits as possible. And I've seen this theorized, and since you don't have any sort of cooldown acceleration, you would hit a unit, canto back, dance, hit another unit, and then trigger Gale Force. Whereas the Just Hit is obviously made for taking out one unit, running away behind your fence or however you go, and waiting out that next turn. So which is your favorite?
After our building session this past week on Thursday, our live stream, and having a little bit more experience with hit and run teams, or Gale Force teams, I think I would probably go for Hit and Gale Force. It's the one that makes the most sense to me out of these four. And I think I generally like it more. So,
honestly, I think I'm with you, and I think this is my favorite unit out of this batch. Although I am having the idea and the execution of Regret is so good. Like I mean, if I'm actually going for a unit, it's going to be the Hit and Gale Force as opposed to the Just Hit.
yeah.
These are our builders for this one. Moon's going to be mad at the name I picked, so
Well,
it's okay.
yeah.
She's always a little mad at me after these.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all right. I can't say anything else because I will get kicked out of the server. I'm sorry, Moon. So, Hidden Gale Force, built by Ravon?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right, hopefully?
I don't know. That's the problem with seeing people's name in text only.
Yeah.
I would probably go Riven, but they'll correct us.
Yeah, Ravon, comment in the, leave a comment on YouTube and let us know. Or hit us up on Discord, I guess. But yeah, I think this is probably the best build out of these four. Man, Ding Dong is doing a great job, I guess, on every unit he's got to build.
He loves to build units. Like that is, he's very good at it. So
Yeah.
all right, next up. I struggle with this unit, Jackal. I like, from a concept standpoint, I like this Grimoire Tome so much. Just the being able to jump 2 spaces creates so many problems on defense.
Yeah.
I hate this art so much.
Yeah, it is not good art.
And we're just gonna leave it like that. Like that's I do not like the art, and for that reason alone, I won't be getting this unit.
Wow.
Yeah. But this is another. I mean, this is an older unit, so all of these are. But that's that line. Wow.
Yeah. not great. Grimoire is also, if I'm honest, a little disappointing. There's not really much to it.
It's only disappointing if you think about this unit versus the new Ninja Agreen, who does the same thing, but has the Brave Dagger. And so just does it better.
Yeah.
So already power creeped. But
power crept.
This is power crept. This is such an old unit, though.
Yeah.
Let us jump into the builds. And there were some interesting things about these. Let's go to the left here. This is pretty much your standard that you're going to see on defense. And if you want this unit as a defensive on defense, this is close to what you're going to need. So you've got the trace. Actually, no. I would probably skip the trace. Just for if you can get the unit out front and then have someone hop over that unit like a save unit.
Yeah.
With some kind of orders effect, I think that would be best. But what they're probably planning is getting that far trace skill and then swapping it out for something else.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
It's fine. Without effective stats, it's kind of hard to say exactly how good it'll be, but it's fine. That's really all I've got. I mean, the unit itself is not very interesting. So the build, I think all 4 of these are probably as good as it will get, and it will, it's never going to be any better than any of these. So
I don't remember this exactly, but this next build just feels like a Conquest build, where he picks like 1 or 2 stats and just stacks the ever-living crud out of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is speed Noe, and I'm very curious if this unit could actually take on Fjorm at all. I have a feeling the answer is no, but I would love to sim that.
Yeah, I mean, Catch, Trace, Menace, and Session are all insane, and Grimoire has attack speed in it as well. Yeah, I mean that's a stacked unit.
I mean we're over 70 speed with this unit.
Yeah. I mean if you could pull it off, it would be a great time. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Obviously that's on offense.
Yeah.
For back towards defense here, I really like the impact skills on any ranged tome unit. So I think they're fantastic on defense for obvious reasons. But this is again one of those units where I would have to see how they stack up against Fjorm. I mean they've got 2 nodes, so that's some extra defense coming their way there, but still. And guidance. I kind of like guidance. I hadn't thought about that. Guidance is a good skill.
Guidance allows a unit to teleport to a space within a space of this unit.
Yeah, as long as they're not a flyer.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I think that's pretty good. That's all I got, man.
And the last one here is for Astra Season, and this is any sort of Bright Shrine this unit is going to be very happy with. I will say I would prefer this unit on Light Season because so many people have... Well, no, that's not true. I guess they both have speed debuffs. And actually on Astra you have more of Thrasher with the Panic Smoke. So you're probably going to get more debuffs on Astra. Sorry, Builder. Who am I to question... That's yeah. Are you ready to see the builders?
Yeah, sure. I don't know that I really have anything to say about the Bright Shrine build.
I think my favorite out of this batch is actually Moons.
I agree. I think it's the most interesting, and the others are good. I mean, it's like I said before. This is just not that interesting of a unit. The tome I think is cool, and it enables some cooler stuff by better units. But that's about all I got.
All right. Well, let's close this out here. And the last thing we have to do is select which unit was your favorite. Like, if you were taking a unit home, which unit would it be?
Well, I think I liked Tharja the most. Which one was it? It was the Joint Distant Guard, Tharja. Yeah. I think that one was my favorite.
I loved that one. I just absolutely loved FJ's Inigo, which is crazy because Inigo is easily the worst unit on this banner. But that defense just I absolutely love that. So that is the unit out of these that I would take home.
Yeah.
Are you going to be using a Forma in this batch?
Probably not. I mean, if I got another free Forma and I had to use it on this, well, I mean that kind of takes away from it, doesn't it? No, I don't think I will. I mean, there will be better Formas, and this batch is just not that great. So.
Yeah, same for me. I'm hoping for a more interesting, and what am I saying? There will be a more interesting batch for Christmas. Like we'll definitely get something more interesting. And in January we have the 3 Houses holoforms, which I think is going to be, that's going to be amazing.
So, there's some really good 3 Houses units.
Yeah. Summoners, I think that wraps us up. I hope you enjoyed this. Just so you know, anyone can submit builds for this. All you have to be is in our Discord, which the link is in the show notes, and you can submit builds for this. We'll be doing this once a month with the holoforms. Yeah, I hope you're having a great day. Schedule an appointment with your Phaeologist real soon, and take care, folks.
Bye, everybody.